Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Brink, and I am the CEO and owner and founder of Thunderdog eSports. Thunderdog is a brand new company in the esports industry, and this is our first year participating in the Extra Life charity event. In case you don't know what Extra Life is the event where gamers get to play games for 25 hours straight on Saturday, November 2nd. And so the whole point is to play games and raise awareness and drum up donations and reach donation goals for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. The whole point of Extra Life is to give kids who are going through a traumatic event like treatment in a hospital for cancer or a traumatic injury or something like that. Give them a distraction from the horrors that are going on around them and the boredom that goes on for months and months on end. Living in a hospital room, and so they will give kids video games and handheld consoles like a Nintendo DS or something like that to kind of sidetrack them and get them distracted from what's going on. And it's just basically Extra Life's way of giving back and easing the pain of these kids. And so Thunderdog is very, very excited and happy to participate in a cause like this. Today I wanted to give you a few words on the importance of giving. Granted, this entire donation drive is for monetary gifts. But I realize, you know, you can't always give financially. For example, I'm going to be frank, my husband and I went through, a rough spot in, really the first few years that we were married, where, we could barely make ends meet. Anytime something like this would come up, we would have loved to have been able to have given financially, but we just couldn't because we could barely feed ourselves. And so, uh, giving financially is very important, but keep in mind, giving your time and giving your time, sacrificially is also extremely important. And that was what my husband and I did for many years, was just give sacrificially our time. And so some of the things that we did were we taught women's self-defense classes for free for a few years. I I also I, here's something a little about me. I have a heart for pets, and so something that always inspired me since I was a little kid was hearing about therapy dogs. If you don't know what a therapy dog is, um, I don't know if you think about a dog randomly wearing a vest or a sweater that says service dog on it, or therapy dog. Basically, what those animals are trained to do is to basically visit homes and hospitals and nursing homes and that sort of thing, and just allow the patients to love on the animal and kind of distract them and brighten their day. Um, and so therapy animals was something that always intrigued me and something I wanted to do. And so there was a few months, almost a year, that I spent allowing my dog to be a therapy dog. And so we put her through the training and everything. And it really wasn't a whole lot of training, just basic obedience class, and then making sure that she could pass a temperament test and make sure that, she wouldn't react negatively around kids or other people. And anyway, I wanted to introduce you to Amber today. Amber is my dog who I had trained to be a therapy dog. Come here, Amber. Come here. Come here. Working with animals is difficult, especially when it's on camera. Come on, up. Up, 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 up. Come here, up. Of course not. So anyway, I did therapy work with Amber for a few years. Come on, let's do this. Up, up, up. There you go. Anyway, this is Amber, and we had an absolute blast being able to, allow Alzheimer's patients, was who we mainly visited, allowing them to love on her. And, it was just one of our, ways of giving back and, brightening somebody's day who's going through, a tough time and who is suffering. And so, uh, what I'm getting at is, you can find, if you have a heart for something, you can find a way to, make it work and give back to your community. So anyway, that's what we did with Amber. That's what we did with the self-defense classes that we taught. So bottom line, that's something that us at Thunderdog have a heart for, is sacrificial giving, and also leadership through servitude. And, it's kind of an abstract concept, but it's something that we put into practice every day, and we do that so that we can not only enrich the lives of others, enrich the lives of our coworkers, enrich the lives of our friends, but our own lives as well. Whenever you do give sacrificially, whether it's through financial means or through your time, you're going to, you're going to be a more fulfilled, or you're going to have a more fulfilled and happy life. Yeah, it's hard, and yeah, it's a difficult habit to get into, but keep in mind, you've always got two questions that you should ask yourself whenever you want to decide to make a commitment to, change something or to give, sacrificially. All right, here's the two things. One is the cause worthwhile? And number two, is it doable? And sometimes it might not be doable, but if the cause is worthwhile, then what's to hold you back from making the second part work for you. So basically, if you have a choice to make in whether or not you want to participate in something and make a decision like that, so long as you can answer one of those two questions, then you can certainly make it work, is what I'm getting at. So that's basically my message today on giving. And something that us at Thunderdog are doing during our 25 hours of streaming is we are going to be hosting a tournament, and this tournament is officially going to be called the Aragos Memorial Tournament. Aragos was a friend of several of ours from a clan that we used to be a part of. Some of us are still part of the clan. I have resigned my membership so that I could start Thunderdog. Anyway, Aragos was a friend of ours who passed away last year. He was 26 years old, and he had been fighting leukemia. He beat leukemia, but here's the thing. He went back 6 months later to get a bone marrow transplant to help finish the recovery. And basically what happened was they had to give him chemo again to basically destroy his immune system so that he would not reject this transplant. And unfortunately, he got a really, really bad lung infection and unfortunately passed away, even though he had, spent all the time and everything and had, fully beat leukemia. And it was really, really a heartbreaking, time for those of us who were his friends. But anyway, he passed away in November of 2012, and several of us wanted to make a tournament in his memory. And raise donations to go towards cancer research and that sort of thing. And so that's what we did in our clan last year. We held the memorial tournament in January of this year, of 2013. And since several of us have moved on and have started Thunderdog, we wanted to bring that here as well, in order for us, to continue to, honor our friend Aragos and the battle he went through, but also to celebrate his memory. And so that is why we are holding this tournament during our broadcast on Saturday, November 2nd. It's in memory of him, and it's the donations are still going towards the very thing that he fought so long and was able to beat. So anyway, that's our way of honoring our friend, and it's what a perfect opportunity then to do it, have this tournament during this event, for the very cause that we're talking about. The little bit of info about the tournament itself. It's an invitational tournament. The people that we are inviting to play are the teams that have been partaking in our Top Dog League over the past several weeks. It's going to be allowed for the first 8 teams who sign up. So first come, first serve. First 8 teams that sign up are going to be allowed to play. And it's going to run from 1 p.m. Eastern Time till 7 p.m. Eastern Time, or somewhere around there. So 6 or 7 hours. The event is going to be cast while we're doing the 25 hours of streaming and broadcasting. For throughout the entire event, there are going to be several giveaways that we're going to do. We have a stockpile of game codes that we are going to be giving away to people who donate. So if you do donate, there will be a chance that you will have a chance at getting your name drawn for one of these game codes. And so that's one of the ways that we're giving back to those who are donating. So anyway, in closing, that's about all I have to say. I hope to see you this or 2 weeks. I'm sorry, 2 weeks from now. Today is October 21st. So on November 2nd, I hope to see you guys at the Aragos Memorial Tournament, and hope that you would donate and help us reach our goal of $1,000 and beyond, because we're Thunderdog and we like to shoot for really high goals. So anyway, GLHF as always, and we will see you then.